Texas, starring Beverly McKinsey.
Is Justin Marshall there? Yes, okay. What do you mean the mobile unit's gone? Who authorized that? All right, okay, hold on a minute. Mobile Unit 4 is gone. Justin says that I authorized that. And Vicki, I never did anything.
Never mind that. Just get me patched through to Unit 4. I want to talk to Justin right now.
Patch this call through to Unit 4 and hurry up.
Justin, this is Victoria Bellman. I want you to hold off on that... what do you mean you can't hear me? Don't give me that. I know where you're going. Now, I decide if you do an expose on Alex Wheeler and the Top of the World Club. And nothing gets on the air unless I personally approve the script and the footage. You heard me, Justin. Get back to the studio and wait for... Justin?
What happened?
We were disconnected.
I'll get him back.
Forget it, Sam. We were disconnected on purpose. Justin hung up on me. He's going after Alex, whether he gets my okay or not.
That insubordinate, pig-headed...
He's a marshal, all right, through and through. There's got to be a way to stop him.
Maybe there is. Justin has to get your permission before he puts anything on the air. Why don't we just wait till he brings the tapes back to the studio?
Oh, Sam, you don't think he's going to bring anything back to KVIK? If he gets something hot, something that can put Alex in trouble, he'll take it to another station.
Isn't that illegal? I mean, Justin and the crew work for you.
Yes, maybe so. But in the middle of a scandal about Alex Wheeler, that little problem wouldn't matter. If I fire Justin, some other station will pick him up in a second. He's got nothing to lose, and he knows it.
That just isn't fair.
Nothing's fair. But what matters now is stopping him before it's too late.
Aunt Vicki, what if it's true? What if Alex Wheeler really is bugging the tables at the club? Should you try to protect him? Isn't that illegal, too?
The first part of Texas is brought to you by Pert, the new shampoo for clean, manageable hair that bounces and behaves. That Pert shampoo for bouncing and behaving hair.
Sam, I've known Alex for 20 years. In all that time, I've never known him to do one thing that was illegal.
Well, maybe so, but there's always a first time, isn't there? What are you going to do?
I'm calling Alex.
World Oil Transport, Mr. Wheeler's office.
Yes, Terry, this is Victoria Bellman. I must speak to Alex right away. It's urgent.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Bellman, he's not in.
Terry, this isn't a personal call. I know that Alex isn't that anxious to talk to me, but what I have to say is very important to him, so please, tell him to take the phone.
If he were here, Mrs. Bellman, I would, but really, he's not.
Well, where is he? Can he be reached by phone?
No, I'm afraid not.
Alex Wheeler, I knew, was never more than a foot away from a phone, whether he was on his boat or driving.
Okay, I can call his limo. Jack will answer, and possibly he can get Alex.
Where is he, Terry? Why won't you tell me?
He's at Mike Marshall's house. I mean, the house that used to belong to Mike. But the phones have all been disconnected. I really can't call him there.
Mike Marshall's house? Well, what on earth is he doing there?
I think he's going to buy it from the Marshall family.
Buy Mike's place? Why would Alex? It's Iris, isn't it? She's with him. He's buying the house for her?
Mrs. Bellman, I really think
Please,
you
Terry, level with me. Is she with him? I can't talk in front of her. I've got to know.
Well, yes. Alex is with Mrs. Carrington.
Will he be back at the World Building soon?
I think so. Do you want me to say...
I don't want you to say anything, Terry. I have to see him personally as soon as he gets back. I'll be there in a few minutes. I just hope it's not too late. Oh, come on, Sam. I've got to get dressed.
I'm busy. Will Phillips. Thought that old windbag was dead. Well, he might say something interesting. I said I was busy.
Well, get on busy, Curtis. You got some talking to do.
To you? I've done all the talking I'm going to. You haven't got the authority to talk to a busboy. So take your friend here and get out.
My friend has the authority to talk to anyone he wants to. I was just showing him the way to your office.
Oh, yeah? Let's see some ID.
Special Agent William Church, Mr. Curtis. Some new information has come in, and the people down in D.C. are looking again into Sheikh Zadi's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead.
I've read the report put in by Agent Underwood. It seems that you overheard two men plotting the assassination of Sheikh Zadi. You later identified one of them as a Gulf Coast hospital orderly. Is that correct?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, he identified the orderly after the guy turned up dead.
I explained all that.
Yes, I've read the explanation. But I've known people at times to forget important facts and then suddenly have it all come back to them at a crucial moment.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Think very carefully, Mr. Curtis. Was Colonel Hassin the man you saw plotting with that orderly?
Hassin?
Right. Do you feel anything coming back to you?
Nah, Hassin wouldn't step on a bug if he could avoid it. Besides, I told you, he's in here all the time. I'd know his face in a second. And the guy I saw plotting with the orderly, that wasn't Hassin.
Come on, Curtis. I saw you in a scene at Stryker's office.
Sure you did. I was just steering him to the best lawyer in Houston. I mean, I do favors like that for lots of my customers.
How many favors do you get in return?
Hey, look, pal, I don't know.
Stryker wouldn't talk about the deal you were cooking up, since it conflicted with World Oil. But I got Alex to tell me what your pitch was.
Wheeler shouldn't have let that out. That was private, just me and him.
Like the private arrangement between you and Hassin? Come on, what was it, Curtis? You wouldn't turn him in for Zadi's murder if he made you Tankir's shipping agent?
That's a lie!
Why else did he choose you? You wouldn't know a tanker from a tugboat.
Hey, I don't have to take this.
Mr. Curtis, Ryan, take it easy. We can discuss this calmly.
How can you discuss anything with a guy that calls you a blackmailer?
Oh, well, I hadn't come to that term yet, but I think that fits real well.
Colonel Hassin is my friend. He offered to make me Tankir's agent because he likes me and trusts me. Now, if you don't believe me, ask him.
We tried. But it looks like he skipped out shortly after I saw the two of you in Stryker's office. Now, where'd he go, Curtis?
How should I know?
Did you know he had left as he headed for Tankir?
What am I, his keeper? I don't know where he is. I didn't even know that he'd left.
Hey, does this make you nervous?
No, why should it? We had a business deal is all. He's not my brother.
Some business. Assassination, blackmail, terrific.
Yeah, I've heard about all the accusations.
Come on, that's enough. We don't want to get blood all over the carpet. Now, break it up. Let's think you better let me conduct the questioning from now on, Ryan. You seem to be too involved in this.
Involved? You'd think you'd have a personal grudge against me.
You know, Curtis, you're really not one of my favorite people either.
Sit down. Both of you. Now then, Mr. Curtis. About this business arrangement you had with Colonel Hassim. Maybe you'd like to fill me in on the details.
Mr. Whalen, did you find out where Kevin went when he left here? To his office at the hospital. Well, what did you call me about that for? Never mind. I told you to let me know. Listen, you stay on him. Because sooner or later, he's going to end up in somebody's bed, and I want to know whose. Right? Keep in touch. Daddy, honey, what are you doing up? You should be back in bed.
That phone call of yours put an end to any sleep I would have gotten. Now, who was that?
I want you back in bed. I thought that stuff that Kevin gave you would knock you out for a few hours.
Now, look, stop trying to turn my head around and listen to me.
Not until you promise that you go back to bed. You scared me. You're nearly keeling over like that, huh?
You have set that detective following Kevin, haven't you? Haven't you? I want to know, girl, just what is going on between you and Kevin.
Come on, if you won't go to bed, will you at least just sit down? Daddy, it's not that important.
Now, baby, the most important thing in the world to me is your happiness. If you and Kevin are fussing, I want to know about it.
All right. That's the way you feel about it, but it's stronger than just fussing this time. Come on, you sit down. Kevin found out about my showing you those photos of Alex and Vicky, and he just used it as an excuse to pick a fight with me.
What?
He's been seeing another woman.
Oh, what?
I know it's true.
How do you know it's true? By having that Whalen creeping around and taking dirty pictures
No.
through people's open windows?
No. At least not yet.
Now, Rena, Kevin would never...
Now, Stryker, don't you try to defend him. He doesn't deserve that. No, he tried to make me feel guilty, and then he walked out on me. Yes.
He walked out on you?
Yes,
What?
he said there wasn't room in my life for a husband and a father. And he said that if you were going to be staying here, that he'd find someplace else.
Oh, Rena, I'm so sorry.
Now, don't be sorry, Daddy. He's just using all that head shrinker mumbo jumbo as an excuse. What he really wants is to go back to her.
I don't believe that. All my life, I've tried to make you happy. And all I seem to have accomplished is to hurt you so bad you don't even know it.
Daddy, that's not true.
Yes, it is true. By heaven, I never tried to hurt you. I thought that when you married Kevin, it would all be easier. I thought that with all my heart. If I had known what my bringing you back to Houston would have done to your marriage, I think I would have cut my arm off rather than pick up that phone.
Well, I'm glad you did it. Just Let Kevin hang.
Oh, I can't take your husband's place, honey.
Daddy, if it's going to be a choice between you and Kevin, that's an easy choice for me. I mean, I want you here. I don't want
Honey,
that son
honey,
of a...
the worst thing I could do to you in the world would be for me to come and live here.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true. I am not going to destroy your marriage. I am not going to let either you or Kevin use me as an excuse for walking out.
I didn't walk out. Kevin is the one who did that. Just the way Vicky walked out on you. Oh, Stryker, don't you see it, honey? It's just you and me. It's always been just the two of us against Vicky, against everyone.
If you really believe that, I guess I have wounded you too deeply for you ever to get over it. If you are ever going to grow up, you're going to have to do it by yourself. Goodbye, baby.
Stryker, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please.
No, honey,
please.
I have got to.
I want you here. Please. Where are you gonna go? You gonna go back to Vicky's? How can you do that, Daddy, when you know that she's still in love with Alex?
I don't know. But whatever happens between the two of us, I know one thing: I am not gonna stay here. Now you turn around and you pick up that telephone and you call Kevin and you tell him I'm gone. And you tell him you're sorry. Now listen, I never took a strap to you when you were little, but by heaven, I wish I had. You pick up that phone and call your husband.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm tired of being told what to do. I think I'm going to give a little time to Waylon first. I want to see just where Kevin sleeps tonight.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas. And now, the next part of Texas.
Got a real nice... How about a booth right here in the corner? Nice and quiet.
If I drink another cup of coffee, I am not going to sleep for a week.
Don't you want to stick around and tell Maggie our good news?
Well, of course I do, but I don't want to end up like a zombie. How would you feel if I had bags under my eyes the size of suitcases, and my eyes were permanently bloodshot?
Oh, I think you'd look cute.
Cute. You're cute.
Well, hi, kids.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie.
You know, I don't know when I've been so busy. I think it's this psychiatrist convention that's in town. Working on sick minds doesn't seem to hurt their appetites at all. Oh, look at me standing here running my mouth out and forgetting my manners. Can I get you some more coffee?
Oh, no more. Thanks, I've had enough.
Yeah, me too. Dennis and I were just waiting around because we have some good news we want to tell you.
Oh, honey, what's that?
Well, Western Art has had an offer to associate with a national chain.
Woodard Galleries, one of the biggest and best in the country.
Well, that's real nice.
That's nice? That's all you can say?
Maggie, this offer makes all the difference in the world. Without it, we wouldn't be able to borrow 20 cents, and Western Art would be sold to somebody else.
Yeah, but now we can get the money that we need to get started.
Yeah, get started in our own business. And our marriage.
Marriage. Now, that was something I never did think much of, and these days I've decided I'm going to start a campaign against it.
You mean you don't want Dennis and me to get married? Maggie, what are you saying?
Oh, honey. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not talking about you and Dennis. Oh, babies, I'm real happy about the two of you. I had this other thing on my mind, this other marriage that isn't working out so good. Oh no, the two of you are gonna be fine, and I know Dennis will treat you right.
Well, of course I will, Maggie.
Now that sounds more like you, Maggie. But, whose marriage were you talking about?
Oh, hey, Nita.
Oh, hi, Dennis. Don.
I thought we were sitting in your section, but that other waitress, Daisy, helped us.
Oh, yeah, I asked her to. It's getting pretty busy there.
Are you feeling better, honey?
Yeah, sure. Listen, it was nice talking to you folks, but I got a customer with a check over there. See you. Bye. Bye, Nita.
Take it easy, Nita. What in heaven's name happened to her?
Well, she went over to visit Ricky, just to see how he was feeling. Billy Joe found out about it, and he knocked her down.
Yeah? Maybe he ought to try picking on somebody his own size. Then we'd see who'd get knocked down.
Drove all the way out here to the ranch just to see about the Western Art building. Oh. I'm sorry, Bart. Now, I should have called you, so you could be spared the trip.
If you haven't had a chance to talk to Stryker about it yet.
Oh, no, that isn't it. It's just that we have another buyer, we think.
Another buyer?
Yes. Dennis Carrington, Don's fiancé. Think he's been managing the gallery. He's going to try to buy the building and keep the place running.
As Western Art?
Uh-huh. And I think it'll do Dawn a world of good. So it'll be a living. It'll be something that she and Dennis can share. And it'll be something of Michael's that she'll be able to keep in the family. You know, she's taken her daddy's death very hard.
Yeah, I see. You know, that's what I was trying to do in a way. Keep the property in the family.
In what way?
I wanted Courtney to be my partner. But a general medical practice wasn't good enough for her once she was offered that traineeship at Gulf Coast Hospital.
You know, I can't think of anything better than being a plain, old-fashioned doctor that helps folks. Seems to me we've got too many doctors, surgeons cutting up people. That's what Courtney wants.
Yeah? She's got exactly what she wants.
Hmm. So now you'll be looking for another office and another partner?
Well, for right now, I think I'm just going to set up by myself. And the Western Art Building's too big for that anyway. There are a couple of other places for sale in the neighborhood. So at least I'll still be able to go to Maggie's for lunch.
You're going to help yourself.
I think I will.
Smell something.
Hi there, boy.
Do I smell cookies?
You sure do. I made your favorite kind. Elena, won't you come have some?
No, thanks, Kate. Max will be expecting me, I think.
How are you doing now, Elena?
I didn't realize you two knew each other.
Maggie asked me to take a look at Elena after she had that fall down the stairs. So how are you feeling now?
I'm okay, Dr. Walker.
No headaches? Dizziness?
No, I'm just fine now, thanks.
I gotta go help Max at the stables.
Hold on. Whoa there, boy. Better come back here, young man. Not in your school clothes. You get on up those stairs and change into your stable jeans. You will excuse this, won't you, Bart?
I think I better be getting back to...
Wait, Elena. Now that Mrs. Marshall's left, you can tell me. Are you hiding something?
Well, what makes you think I'm hiding something?
Just the way you're acting.
Well, how am I acting?
Like you're hiding something. Like you're afraid to talk to me.
Did Aunt Maggie ask you to come out here and check up on me?
No. I came out here to see Mrs. Marshall about a business matter.
Oh.
But now that I am here, I am your doctor. You don't have to hide anything from me. Look, whatever's worrying you, it may be nothing, but you're going to have to tell me about it before I can know that.
I can't tell you about it. I can't tell anybody.
Look, if you're trying to keep your family and Kate from worrying about you, I promise I won't say anything to you. Trust me.
I do. It's just... I don't know.
Then tell me, what is it? Have you been blacking out?
No.
Then what kind of symptoms have you been having?
Oh, it's nothing like that. It's nothing physical.
Then what?
Dr. Walker, I am so ashamed. I lied about what happened.
You didn't fall down the stairs?
No, I did. I didn't tell you everything.
Oh. Then it's something else you did. Well, if it's not medical, it's none of my business. I won't press you.
Well, maybe I'd feel better if I told somebody about it. Do you promise not to say anything?
Of course. Haven't you ever heard of doctor-patient confidentiality? Now, you haven't done anything that serious anyway, have you?
No. I guess not. But listen, I don't want Max or Ricky to find out about this. I mean, I am afraid of what they do to him.
To whom?
To Billy Joe Wright.
Nita's husband?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a few beers, you know, and then he tried to get me to go upstairs with him, and I didn't want to go.
And then he hit you?
No. No, it wasn't that serious. Well, I tried to push him away, and then I lost my balance, and that's when I fell.
Look, Elena, I promised you I wouldn't say anything to your family, and I won't. But I think you should. talk to Maggie or your brothers?
No, I can't do that. Don't you understand? Look, if Max or Ricky ever found out, I know what they'd do to him. They'd kill Billy Joe.
Hi, folks. Nice day, ain't it?
Nice day for what? For beating your...
Nice day for going to the top of the world. Nice day for doing anything you damn well please. Hey, Maggie?
Oh, I can think of a thing or two I'd like to do.
Yeah, I just bet you can. Where's Nita? Where's that sweet little wifey of mine?
I think maybe she's in the kitchen, looking for a piece of beefsteak.
Yeah? You know, she ought to be more careful where she goes, you know? I mean, she keeps on walking into things. Nita! Come on out here, babe. I'm going to work.
Hey, listen, why don't you just leave her alone?
I think I'd mind my own business, dear buddy boy.
Dennis.
Come on over here, Nita. I gotta get to work. Wouldn't want your man to go off without a kiss, huh? Now, how's that? That's a heck of a way to send your husband off, you know? Come here, darling. Huh?
Billy Joe.
You're so cute, darling, I tell you. You're the cutest thing this side of Sweetwater, Texas. You know that?
Stop it, Billy Joe.
Stop saying how sweet my wife is? Never, babe. You know what? I'm gonna get you a present. Something real special from me to you. You're so damn sweet. Well, I'll see you folks. I'll be looking out for you. Now, top of the world, I'll be looking down on you.
Nita! Why do you just put up with that creep? Why did you throw him out in the street and let him crawl in a garbage can where he belongs?
Oh, Maggie, I can't.
Look,
do
Nita,
that.
if you're afraid of Billy Joe, why don't you just let me stand next to you when you tell him to beat it? If he so much as twitches, I swear
No,
I'll...
Dennis! Dennis, thank you, but he's only going to make it worse.
Well, you're only going to make things worse by living with him. Why do you put up with it?
Because I'm his wife. And I love him.
I think that just about covers it, Mr. Curtis.
Well, are you sure? I mean, you guys have only wasted an hour of my time and asked 500 questions.
Oh, you haven't seen 1/10 of what we can do, Curtis.
Oh, yeah? Well, that 10th will last me a lifetime. So, don't hurry back.
We'll call you when we need you. In the meantime, if you happen to hear from Colonel Hassan, I'll be at that number.
Sure. But, I'm sure the Colonel's probably back in tank here by now watching a belly dancer or something. I mean, he was so full of some muck-a-muck cabinet position that they were going to offer him that I couldn't get him to shut up about it.
Yes, judging from your answers to my questions, that was all he talked about.
I told you everything I know. Now, you could check it with the Colonel, if they let you into tank here.
Oh, he's not there yet.
Well, it doesn't matter two beans to me. I told you, Hassan is not the man you're looking for. It was somebody I never saw before.
Sure.
You're not planning any trips out of town, are you, Mr. Curtis?
Why don't you ask my travel agent?
We will.
Is that all? Well, I'm sure you gentlemen will excuse me if I don't show you out, but I'm very busy.
Yes, I've seen that. Keep in touch.
what is it? Damn! I need those TV people like I need a hole in the head. Look, right, Stahl, Marshall, and the camera crew. Give them a drink on the house. Hell, give them a whole bottle. Just make sure it isn't any of the good stuff. I don't know how long I'm gonna be, so get them sloshed if you have to, okay? I got more important things on my mind. Yeah. Hi, baby. Where's Alex? I've got to see him right away.
He's in his suite.
Thanks.
Hold it, Clipper! You can't go in there.
Why not?
Alex just got back here with Mrs. Carrington. They're both in there, and they do not want to be disturbed. Clipper!
All right, all right. I wouldn't bother Alex for anything, but he's got to get that nephew of his off my back.
Ryan Connor, huh?
Yeah, Ryan Connor. He and some friend of his from the feds came into my office and took turns taking swats at me on the tennis court.
About Colonel Hassin?
Yeah. How did you know? Look, baby. Connor's got some crazy notion that I'm holding back info on that assassination plot. Now, I told him everything I know. You believe me, don't you?
I've always believed you, Clipper. Everything you ever told me, no matter how hard it was.
Well, then believe me when I tell you Connor's about to drive me up a wall. Alex is the only one who can call him off. Terry, honey, you've got to talk to Alex for me. Connor has got his teeth sunk in my arm and he won't let go. He's crazy.
Is he, Clipper?
So that's the way you feel. Thanks for being there when I needed you. Well, baby, just forget I ever asked you for anything. I'll just have to see Alex when his watchdog's not on duty.
Terry, is he back yet?
Yes, but he's not seeing anyone.
I have to see him immediately.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Bellman, but Mr. Wheeler asked not to be disturbed.
Mr. Wheeler? Is that what he told you to call him around me? My, haven't things changed?
No! You can't just barge in there.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Texas.
Right, what are you doing in here? I thought I told you to keep those TV people off my back. Doesn't anybody do anything I say?
I'm always on the lookout for your interest, Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, sure. So who's giving those guys drinks while you're looking out for me?
I left them a bottle. The cheap stuff, just like you said.
I never said the cheap stuff. I meant not the best stuff. Oh, what's the use? I can't depend on anybody.
Yes, you can, Mr. Curtis. I left those guys in the bar because I didn't get a chance to talk to you last night. And I seen something you ought to know about.
Yeah, sure. You're a regular watchdog, just like the one up in Wheeler's office. The eyes and ears of the world. Well, come on, spill it. I haven't got all day.
Yeah, I know. You're a busy man. I overheard Paige and her brother at the bar last night. You know, the guy who's going to do that TV interview?
Justin Marshall?
Yep.
Well, so what? He's been in here before. It's not exactly big news that Paige has got a brother.
No, but what they was talking about might be big news to a TV audience.
What are you driving at?
Paige told this Marshall guy that she had some dirt on him. And for a price, she'd let him have it.
What was it?
I don't know. She didn't say, but she and Marshall agreed to meet at the TV station this morning. And I figured you'd want to know about it before they, came in here and got you to talking, especially in front of all those TV cameras. Right, Mr. Curtis?
This part of Texas was brought to you by the soap that gives you unbeatable deodorant soap protection, plus a rich, smooth lather. Fresh-smelling Safeguard. No wonder it's always the smallest soap in the house. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.